welcome back to the Sword of Truth podcast, the chapter-by-chapter reread of the Sword of Truth series with a hard-earned craft brew on the side. I'm Jade, and I'm here with Aaron.
Woo!
Today,
That was a bad woo, and I interrupted.
Yeah, rude. Today, we're moving on up through chapter 23 of Soul of Fire.
Woo!
Yeah.
That was a better woo.
Woo.
It's the emotion behind it that I think really sells it.
Yeah, that's like true in most things, I think.
Woo!
Right?
Yeah.
You gotta have confidence.
Woo! Woo!
Yeah, so it's just me and Aaron again on this one. Nate will hopefully be back soon, and then it'll be even better with Nate here, for sure.
Yeah.
Because, you know.
Just so everyone's clear, there was a very, very pronounced hand motion in my direction after Jade said that. Just so we're clear. Yes, we all miss Nate.
I mean, I also just miss Nate. He's my husband. Whatever. No, we're not. I was just kidding. It was just a joke anyways. I'm a nice person. So that's today's moment of truth. Woo!
Woo!
Yeah. So, in the last chapter, Dalt made some big political moves at the expense of Claudine.
Yeah, Stein told us that he's a really good guy, and we should believe him.
He talked some shit. That was about it. And the Imperial Order is like the best.
Just a group of really good guys.
And they have money.
Yeah, a lot of money.
Yeah.
They don't like magic.
No. But if they have money, who cares?
It's true. I think the more money I have, the less I would care about magic.
I would like to say that, but I also feel like probably be like, but I could make money if I had magic. It might be fake money, but I would still have it.
I could have the appearance of money.
Yes, yes. Have you ever seen Aladdin? Okay, so Fitchy starts his day in the kitchens, you know, where he's nice and comfortable. He's hungover, but happy.
Yeah.
Because it was a long night last night, but they did the whole thing with Claudine, and then he got fucking drunk with his best friend. It was great. This morning, Drummond has been fucking chill. He doesn't call him Fetch. He's asked him to get like 15 things. He's Fitch every time. Great. It's not Sir like he was called last night, but it's fucking great.
Yeah, I mean, he had, I got to imagine, the highest of highs last night. You know, he got asked by someone important to do something, did the thing.
Listen to music, which got him fucking high. Had
someone address him as Sir.
Yeah.
Now, we're conveniently going to leave out all the context around that.
He saw tits.
He saw tits, got called Sir by the tits.
By the tits specifically. The nipples opened up.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah. and then got drunk with his best friend.
Right.
That's a great night.
Yeah.
Now, the hangover the next day sucks.
To be fair, yeah. The first time that you drink hard liquor.
Yeah.
You go harder than you think you should. You get real fucked up and you feel like shit.
Yeah.
And maybe not for everybody. Maybe not for a lot of people. But for some people that happens when you're a teenager. So you drink probably more than you would otherwise.
I don't know if I've asked this in any of our previous conversations, but I truly did not start drinking until I turned 21. I was around people who had been drinking for a while, both because they were older than me and because they started drinking younger. I was perplexed to not get a hangover right away.
Yeah.
Let's go out and drink. I turned 21. Drink. Nothing the next day. I remember asking, did I not drink enough? And then was told, like, it's kind of a thing, though.
Yeah. I think that usually the hangover, the puking and a lot of that happens that night. You might still get a little sick in the morning.
Yeah.
But a lot of times when you're a teenager, you're drinking that shit and then you end up puking most of it back up. And so I think that helps. And also you're just younger.
Your body has more energy.
Yeah. Your liver is a little younger, can filter that shit out a little bit quicker. And I think that it also compares, like, depending on what you eat, how big you are, how much you drink. Like, there's a lot of things that go into it. You can get drunk and not feel bad, but...
and Fitch probably did not have a lot to eat.
Right.
They were able to... It's easy to sneak a bottle.
Yeah.
A lot harder to sneak a swan wing. which is canon of
Yeah.
an option they had,
Yeah.
or a turtle pie.
He got a dainty, but he couldn't have the sweet and sour sauce. We know that.
Yeah. Which it's good.
Yeah.
But it's better with sweet and sour.
Yeah. But Drummond, so this morning, he's been just going about his business, but Drummond tells him, hey, man, dry off your hands. You need to go up and see Dalt up in his office.
Ooh.
Yeah. Fitch is not upset about this. This is the one task that he's happy to fucking go do. He gets a little break. He steers clear of Gilly and her fucking fingers with the ear thing and runs up the stairs. Not really runs. Walks quickly.
Yeah.
And every step he takes, he feels a little bit better. Headache's going away. We are feeling great.
It's more pure oxygen at higher altitudes. That's what it is, right?
Yeah.
That's one flight of stairs is enough of a difference.
Now, to be fair, if I had a hangover and I was in a hot, smelly kitchen.
Oh, that's eggs. We're talking breakfast.
Yeah, and I'm cleaning off plates and I honestly, getting out of the kitchen, every step away from that kitchen, you feel better, probably.
Yeah, even if it's upstairs.
Yeah.
I'll go straight upstairs.
Hell yes.
Yeah, that's fair. That's a good point.
Yeah. Once he gets to Dalton's office, he passes the place where the thing with the bee otter happened a couple days ago. And
that little thing.
And he's back in Dalt's office, and there's other messengers in the outer lobby, outer office, outer sanctum, outer shit.
I think they call it a mud room.
Yeah. Yeah, you got what I was laying down there.
No, I there is a specific name for like a parlor.
Anteroom?
Yeah, it's where you wait until you go to your meeting. Yeah, I think that's what it is.
Yeah, I know.
Nailed it.
It just like, you gotta shuffle through the file cabinets, and I didn't have the patience.
I can see where you would have filed that away to where anteroom would be behind shit room. Like, no. Actually, fuck A's. They've been at the top too long. My list starts at B. A's are after Z.
To be fair, shit room's in like the favorites pile. So like, you know, you start getting lazy flipping the file. You're like, you know what? I'm just going to go for the favorites.
Every list has a favorites.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Every list. It doesn't matter if it's in your mind palace or if it's in your phone contacts.
Exactly.
Got those favorites or in case of emergency.
Exactly. What you're gonna pull if you need to. So there are numerous messengers all over the household. Everybody has their own uniform based on who they work for or where they work. Like there's some for the kitchens, there's some for everybody. Dalton has more messengers than anybody else. And they look fly.
Hell yeah. He's clearly the most important. Because he has the most. Kind of just follows logic that if he's the most important and he has the most, probably has the most money because he's doing the most business. His employees look good.
Yeah.
There's a standard there. There's marketing there.
Yeah. Keep it high and tight.
Real high and tight.
Real high and tight.
Those pants. Real high and tight and them messengers.
Real high and tight. To Fitch, they seem higher up than normal Hakens. Like, definitely he is below these kids. They are just sitting there talking about the fucking roads, though, like really boring things instead of like exciting shit that they've seen.
So they're adults. He's a teenager walking into an adult dinner party where they're talking about work and road construction.
Yeah. Like, damn, did you see that rut today?
Yeah.
Take it easy over there. Well, they call him by name. They're like, yay. Nope. Yo, hey, Fitch. Ooh, you know, sometimes in life, you wake up and you go through your day and it just stuck a mixer up in your brain and went, woo! So like, yeah. They call Fitch by name. They know his name. It's pretty awesome.
They get it right on the first try.
Yeah. Just like us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And they kindly tell him that he should go right in.
But we're getting immediate follow-up back into this new life that Fitch is walking into.
Yeah.
I mean, as he's walking into Dalt's office, like, kind of the theme of before, everything's good.
Yeah.
Why question anything that's about to happen? Everything is good.
It is a little bit surprising that he has no feeling of fear. When I was reading, I was kind of expecting to see him be a little more hesitant about this meeting and be like, I hope I did it right. I hope that something didn't, because he wasn't at the feast, right?
Yeah, because he was waiting out in the alley for Claudine. Dalt didn't say, now come join me. He said, go get drunk with Morley.
Right.
So, yeah, assuming they went to the local bar, or whatever.
The woodpile.
The woodpile.
Yeah.
But no, and then, I mean, for this to happen right away in the morning, I mean, he gets called his name. That's still a recent development for, like, we've been away from him for a minute.
Yeah.
This is what? Maybe 48 hours?
Yeah.
Since Beata. And
Beata, yeah.
He was fearful. I thought, maybe I'm misremembering. I thought he was even a little fear.
Yay.
I thought he was even a little, like, cautious of Beata. Because she was a higher rank than him. She works with the butcher. She gets to travel. Like, I got to be careful here.
Yeah.
Like, now he's just like, oh, those are the messengers.
Yeah.
That's cool. I'm not scared of them at all.
I'm going to see Dalt. Well, and that's the thing. Like, you beat a woman last night and you're a Haken. An Ander woman and you're a Haken. I know you were told to. And you told her not to tell anybody. And you thought you scared her enough. But what if you didn't? It feels like there's none of that in this interaction where he's not scared at all that he's getting blowback right now.
I didn't even think of that. I thought it was being out of your comfort zone. Why isn't he more cautious? Yeah. He doesn't know everything worked. The last he knew, he beat up Claudine, and then it was like, okay.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Night went on. Fitch passed out.
Yeah.
And now here we are. Yeah, he might be about to be killed.
Yeah. And I know he thinks it went well, but I would think that after years of beating a Haken, beating an Ander woman last night would maybe make you be like, ooh, maybe I fucked up.
Yeah. Maybe that's where the hangover's helping him.
Yeah.
He's not.
He's a little cloudy.
Cloudy. Perfect. He's a little cloudy up there.
Yeah.
Partly cloudy.
Chance of meatballs. So Dalt greets him when he comes in. He's happy with the job he did, so we were wrong.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah.
He offers him a job as a messenger because of it, because he was happy with the way that he followed orders last night and remembered everything he was told.
Yeah.
Fitch doesn't really pick up on, but it is very obvious that Morley was the muscle, but he wasn't told to remember all the words. Fitch is the one that led that interaction.
And we know Morley was going to do more than what he was told to do. Morley was telling Fitch, hey, why'd you tell her to leave? We could have had some fun with her. It's Fitch that was like, no, we were only told to do this exact thing. We did the exact thing. Now we're done. She gets to go away. Our job is done. Morley was not going to follow instructions 100% of the way.
But Morley wasn't even asked to remember things.
Yeah. I mean, even in that first meeting, he was talking to Fitch.
Yeah. And, Dalton doesn't trust Morley even to ask him or to lead that conversation, probably because he knows things like that. Morley is not going to think with his logical brain, or at least Dalt doesn't trust him to have that logical thought process yet. He can pick it up out of Fitch immediately, that ambition.
And of what we know of Dalt, he doesn't just know what Fitch has done based on what we've seen in the book. We know that Dalt has probably had eyes on all sorts of different workers on this compound of who is useful to him.
Yeah.
He's the one who's got the dossier on everyone. It's why he's got all the messengers. He's got all the info.
Maybe not Fitch. He may have kept an eye on Fitch, but we know for a fact that he already had Morley employed before Fitch was employed, and probably prior to any of the Beata stuff, because it doesn't make a whole lot of sense that he would have just sought Morley out for whatever reason after that. So it seems like he probably kept tabs on Morley, had an interaction with him at some point, and hired him. Fitch may not have been a person of interest prior to the Beata interaction.
Yeah.
And then he saw Fitch in the hallway and saw how he reacted to Dalton and was like, hey, bud.
Yeah.
But I don't know. We know Morley at least had a prior whatever.
Morley had the dossier.
Yes.
Fitch might have been a new entry.
Yes.
Yeah.
Listen, this isn't probably going to happen. Okay. I've read the book. But
spoiler alert.
It would be also helpful to have somebody who beat and kind of talk to on your messenger. If you ever have to send Claudine a paper message, she just happens to get a message from that person.
I didn't even think about that. Yeah. Fitch shows up to Claudine just to hand her a letter.
Yeah.
That's not just a letter.
That's a message.
That's a message outside of the letter for sure.
But you know what? I have a message for you.
I am ready to hear it.
I need a beer.
I think I could probably get you a beer.
Cool. We should take a break, and you should do that.
Shing. Shing.
I'm just saying, it was a message. You can argue with me all you fucking want, but you're going to lose because I pointed at you. It was a message. So
you did say the verbal components. That's yeah. You know what? That's anyway.
Okay.
Shing.
You know what we're drinking today?
Do you want me to tell you?
Yeah.
I'll tell you. We're drinking
smooth
Northern Hawk Owl Amber Ale. Amber Ale.
Air.
From Right Brain Brewery.
Ooh.
This is clocking in at 5.8%. And the Northern Hawk Owl is native to northern Michigan. It's as small as your hand, a daylight hunter, an unusual bird, a minute bird.
Minute?
Or minute. They're spelled the same is all we know. But that's why we named this amber ale in its honor. Smooth, malty, with a caramel finish, thanks to the addition of our Maris Otter malt. It's an RBB original.
Oh, thanks, Aaron Kratt.
How are you feeling about this amber ale named after a pretty cool looking bird?
It's an easy drinker. I can drink it all day, and I like it a lot. I don't have a lot of notes about actually the flavors. I know people talk about caramel. It's just beer, but it's good.
I feel like it's a little heavy for an amber. So I feel like maybe that's the caramel.
Yeah, that could be.
A little bit. I mean, I think it's very similar to last episode's Right Brain Brewery beer that we had, the CEO Stout.
Yeah.
It's like, this is just a good amber ale, but it doesn't really have anything to like separate it from the pack. I believe you described it best. This is a power bottom. This is like in the top tier. I'm going to give this 8 feathers. 8 out of 10 feathers.
I think I described that off air, so I don't know.
It's canon now. But yeah, I think it's in that top tier, but it's at the bottom because there's nothing special about it. But if you just said, hey, I've got an amber ale in the fridge, you want it? I'm happy if this is what it is.
Yeah.
8 out of 10 feathers.
Me too. And I turn on with this every day. I turn into this bird anytime I drink this beer. Probably anytime. I would say it's probably a fucking 8.5 feathers.
Ooh, okay.
At least. I dig Right Brain. I don't think that there's been a beer that I've really not liked that they've brought out. They're solid.
So we got an 8.5.
Yeah.
Now that that's been established, you want to get back to the book?
Yeah. Shing.
We back.
We're back. Oh my God, you said it first. That's weird.
Well, I mean, clearly I've been here the whole time.
So Dalton, like I said, offered Fitch a job.
Messenger.
Yeah. And this job is like not like his kitchen job. He gets a wage. So maybe someday, if he saves enough, he can buy a sword.
Every 5 letters of that word.
Yeah. You got it. You got to swallow the whole thing. You know what I mean?
Sure. Yeah. You really got to get your lips around it.
Right.
Yeah.
Once he gets his surname, because he can't buy one now, but like he can save up.
Right.
And then maybe he'll have enough.
As a scullion, he was given shelter and given food, but no wage.
Right.
So he had the bare necessities.
Bare necessities.
But yeah, now he's going to get the bare necessities as well as maybe a coin here or there.
And he will get a bed, a real bed in the messenger quarters. He's not going to sleep on a pallet no more. He does ask, hey, what about my guy, my friend, my bestie, Morley? He was there too. He did exactly what was asked of him as well. We both got our jobs. We both delivered. Why am I the only one here? Which is cool. He's a loyal friend.
Little ride or die. You know, like if it was just him beating up Claudine, maybe that doesn't quite go as smoothly as it does. Because Fitch doesn't sound like the strongest of guys.
I definitely think that Fitch wouldn't have been able to make the first hit, especially if she was not restrained. Morley made the first hit, which made Fitch confident enough to do it. And then he held her down while he did it. So yes, Morley was needed there. But Fitch does accept that, okay, all right, you don't have room for Morley right now. Maybe down the road. I get it. You can only, you can't have 2 positions open all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Understandable.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Fitch's first job as a messenger is to bring a note down to Drummond saying that he don't work for him no more.
Oh, that would be so nice. Hey, I'm going to go tell my old dickhead of a boss that I have a new job and I'm currently doing it.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Is it less satisfying? Like, you still have a better job, right? It's still satisfying to be like, I'm moving up in the world. But is it less so because he already got bopped on the nose? Part of me feels like it would almost feel better if you had been able to turn this into him while he was still a dick to you, because he's been told this isn't right and it's not cool.
Yeah.
And he's being cool. And now you don't get to work with him anymore once he's finally kind of treating you with respect.
I mean, I think there's definitely more punch to like walking back down into the kitchen, and then Drummond goes, hey, Fetch, get over here. And he goes, it's Fitch. This is for
Bitch.
you. Yeah. It's Fetch. Fetch.
I don't know why I wanted to be. It's gotta be May at the end of what you just said.
Oh no, it's because it's Brittany, bitch.
But I went to Justin. I don't know. Something happened in my brain.
They dated. Yeah, they're adjacent.
Yeah. Okay.
They were perpendicular for a while.
Yeah.
They were parallel for a while.
They were something for a while.
But no, I think there's definitely more of a punch, more revenge factor. But at the same time, I think it's you front loaded it. It got a little better. Now it's getting a lot better. I don't think Fitch cares.
Yeah.
To quote some of my favorite content creators, the ball is rolling uphill. It doesn't matter if it's rolling up fast or slow. As long as that ball is rolling uphill, we're good.
I would probably go by Gilly and be like,
oh, gosh. Yeah. Yeah. Actually, Gilly, you only punish scullions. I'm a messenger boy now.
Yeah.
We do maybe get a little bit of an example of this here is like he kind of goes back to like the cautious Fitch that we were looking for earlier.
Yeah.
So maybe he's worried about like, well, I can't take a promotion and then immediately do a bad job.
Yeah, can't be a dick now.
Yeah. He's above these people now. I mean, do you think Messenger is above Drummond?
No, he's a kitchen master.
Oh, that's
if you
true.
Have master in your name, you're like one of the top people.
Is for sure. I mean, he should never have to worry about Gilly though.
I said our beer was masterful for the last episode. So I think that it's like the best.
Fair. That's a good point.
I don't know who I became for a second there. I'm sorry.
Hey, art is art.
Yeah. You just have to let it happen.
Sometimes you don't have to understand it.
Yeah, whatever. So Dalt does tell him that uniform that you saw everybody else wearing, you're going to have to wear that. We'll have somebody take you to go get one here in a little bit. It might not fit right, but they're going to measure you. You're going to look great. He's going to wear boots. He's going to have his hair brushed. Keep it high and tight, like we were talking.
High and tight. Yeah.
Right. Which is great, but suddenly makes him feel very shitty about how he walked in here being like, for a scullion, I'm pretty great, right? I look okay. I look pretty good. And now he's like, I look like shit.
Yeah.
Absolute dog shit. All these people are probably like, gross.
He is aware that he does not look the part now. He does have some intelligence underneath
self-awareness.
Self-aware. Maybe that's what it is. Less so intelligence. He's immediately aware. He's like, well, I know how important this is and I don't look important.
Right.
He's not thinking all of this straight out loud. He's just jumping. He's jumping the bridge, even though he could walk across it.
Yeah.
It's there. It's proving Dalt's point. He is picking the right dude here.
Exactly. And I don't know if it's funny or not, but he does think about how Beata might think about him in the uniform. And he's like, maybe she'll be. He doesn't actually fully flesh out even, I guess, the thought that he has about it. He just wonders what she thinks about it, which I think is interesting that, He's a messenger. He's going to be doing a whole bunch of shit, and he's still going back to Beata, who just smacked him in the face. She's still the one, you know, in his mind.
His first thought was of Morley when he got the promotion.
Yeah.
After the promotion settled, he thought of Beata. He doesn't think about himself a lot, which is unfortunately a little bit heartwarming to this kid.
Yeah. And we'll get to that Amora in just a second. Well, he is going to work mostly, like this little message inside the it's a household, I think it's been called a lot.
Yeah. And some sort of weird residential city hall.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because there's also offices there.
Yeah.
Of the important people. Yeah. It's
and like
weird.
a full kitchen. I wouldn't expect City Hall to have a full kitchen. Break room, sure. Full kitchen with cooks? No.
Yeah. And even like important people here back in the day, they wouldn't have their offices in their home and have their aides live with that. Like, it's strange. It's different.
Maybe it's better to think about the fantasy way of like, it's just a mini castle, but it's a suburb.
Yeah.
It's nice. It's downtown. It's within walking
it's not
distance of the
King's
market.
Castle. It's like the secondary. It's the Duke's Castle.
Yeah. It's nice. He kind of works there, but he also has a house out in the countryside where he, spends most of his time. It's a weird one.
You know what I think is going to really, really help us stay on track and not talk so much about architecture?
I would love to hear it.
Another beer and break. Shing!
Shing!
Oh my God, we're back. And
oh my God.
So focused and ready to do this thing.
I've never been more ready to do anything in my life.
Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly.
What are we doing?
So, what we're doing is talking about Fitch.
That's right.
And what his job is going to be. And I may have already said this, but he's going to work in Fairfield. No, I didn't.
No, you did not say that.
I didn't tell you that.
You didn't tell me shit.
He's going to work in Fairfield. That's where he's from. That's what he knows. Most of the people end up doing a lot of their messenger jobs around where they're from because it's just fucking easier. You don't got to train them. You don't got to do shit.
Smart.
Yeah. Work smarter, not harder.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Then he is given a silver.
Jesus fucking Christ. A whole silver?
Yeah.
One whole silver?
We all know that silver's better than the other colors.
Better than copper, not as good as gold.
Right.
Yeah.
Exact.
Yeah.
But it wasn't for the messenger work because he's like, I haven't done my job yet. You shouldn't be paying me forward. Honestly, good for him. I don't want to start in a deficit. That's bullshit. But it is for last night. It is for the Claudine work. This is for your extra credit work.
Yeah, I'll give Fitch credit. There was no signing bonus discussed. So this is not a signing bonus, and Fitch is like, hey, I earned my money, but he did do the hard work. This is getting paid for the hard work he did.
Yeah. It's a little bit funny that he didn't ask, did Marley get paid?
That's funny. And I had not thought about that until right now.
He asked if he got a job. He didn't ask if he got paid for the job he did.
Well, they did get paid in booze. Because Dalton let them keep drinking. Because he caught them drinking stolen alcohol. So, I mean...
Yes.
They kind of did get... I'm sure from their perspective, Morley feels like he got paid. Well, he saw tits.
He saw tits.
Yeah.
And he got to keep his booze.
Yeah. But yeah, Fitch clearly doesn't ask for Morley's silver piece here.
The argumentative side of me wants to say, though, we stole that. And you were proposing a dirty job. So were you really going to turn us in for that? Because you needed us to do that. So honestly, you should pay both of us. But again, not my circus, not my monkeys. Fitch didn't ask, so it's not our fucking problem.
Well, and I almost don't want to do this because it's just a straight up compliment. You're smarter than Fitch and Morley, Jade.
I appreciated every word that you just said, so thank you. Yeah,
it's not a big compliment.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it.
Are smarter than Fitch and Morley.
Thanks.
Yeah.
I know I'm not that smart, but I am smarter than these fucking Hakens, right?
Well, yeah. Who isn't?
Yeah.
Who isn't?
Yeah, exactly. Fuck. Okay. We're great people. Yeah. Fitch tries to give the silver back, but he's ordered to take it and spend it. And so, which, you offer once, you say, you gave it to me. No, I couldn't.
Yeah.
I couldn't ever. And then they offer again, and you go, oh, I could, though. Okay.
Yeah, well, yeah, you got to go. It's the decorum.
Yeah.
You got to deny the first time because you got to show that it's okay. I don't need your money.
Yeah.
But obviously, you're not going to turn down someone's insistence that you take it.
That would be rude.
That would be rude.
That would be rude.
Yeah, you get it.
I do. But he can't spend it on whores.
Well, yeah.
No prostitutes.
There's always a catch.
That's gonna get him killed. So you gotta go drink, go fucking buy candy because you're a baby or whatever. But don't buy women.
Well, because there's apparently a deadly STD going around. STI.
Is this the first we're hearing of this in this book? Is this the first you heard of this in this book?
For some reason, it doesn't feel like it, but I don't know if it's just because I read this chapter a few days ago.
Okay.
And I'm just thinking of when I read it a few days ago.
The prostitutes, the working women of the town, there is a disease going around. A lot of those women are dying, as well as the men have been with them.
Yeah, it's truly not a good scenario. As much as it seems like maybe crass or dumb, I think it speaks to Dalton's intelligence. He just gave a poor dude a shitload of money.
Yeah.
Contextually.
Yeah.
And Fitch kind of even proves the point of going like, damn, I probably was going to do that because I'm upset that I can't now. But he even says, I won't.
I do think that it is good of Dalton, but it's also smart of Dalton because, again, you put all this, maybe not a lot. He hasn't put a lot of effort into Fitch yet. But he sees ambition in him. He sees potential in this guy. So he's not going to throw that away by saying, like, he doesn't want the kid to throw it away. Not really for the kid, but for himself.
Oh, exactly. Fitch is a resource.
Right.
Fitch is now Dalton's resource.
Right.
Dalton's not a man that gives away free resources.
Right.
So, yeah, I'm going to say this as if it's for your health. It's not. It is for my economic purposes.
Yeah. I don't want to put more resources into finding another you.
Yeah.
I know you had mentioned that Fitch was like, oh, that might be the first thing he does, but he can't imagine ever getting naked.
Yeah, he says that the idea of women was achingly tantalizing.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I like looking at Claudine and Bietta, but being naked with them? I don't know about that.
I need some time, especially because, like, he can only imagine that with somebody he loves, but even then, he can't imagine because he's never been in love with, he's never trusted a woman like that, so he can't imagine that. But despite all of that, he does swear the oath anyways, even though it doesn't matter to him. He's fucking over it.
Yeah.
So that is the end of our chapter.
Bada boom. Just like that.
Bada boom.
I feel like it did kind of end a little abruptly too, because it was just like, you want the job? Yeah. All right, we're done.
The whole chapter was kind of short, to be honest.
It was
We really pulled on that.
I think we analyzed every possible thing we could have.
Yes, we did. And that's our truth.
Yeah.
So we would love to hear yours. Write to us in your journey books. Really think about it and like write us a nice detailed note in your journey book to podcastatt@gmail.com. Or you can find us on any of our social medias.
Glug.
And we'll message you or we'll fight. We'll see it.
We'll chit chat.
We'll see it. If you would like to support this podcast and hear some more really awesome, hilarious, great content, find us over on patreon.com/podcastatt, where every tier is the happiest tier that you ever tiered. Thank you all for listening, and we'll see you real soon.
That's all for us, friends. Bye.